Aloha and shalom again today. If you missed the third quarter, final quarter activation, it is on my page now. It's also on youtube.com/Rebecca Magic if you want to subscribe to see all of these videos. So this is just a brief description of what I believe a star seed activation is. We hear these terms all the time, star seed and activation. What does it mean to activate the star seed within yourself? Again, this is my interpretation of what it means to me, and I'm making this video not for those of you who don't care, because if you don't, then get out, and not for those of you who want to argue it. Everybody's truth is their truth, and I honor that. But I just wanted to share my perspective to see if anybody out there could potentially relate, and maybe this could bring clarity to your own maybe undeveloped or incomplete definition of what a star seed or an activation or a star seed activation is. So to begin, I want to explain what light is, because stars are reflections of the original one light. Everything, the sun, the moon, anything giving off light, anything reflecting light, ourselves, and essentially all things, because everything comes from the light, even the shadow parts of it to make our physical reality are part of that light. The shadow can't be cast without the light. So what is that light? The same light that makes up us, that makes up all of reality, and that makes up the stars. That's where we have to start, because we have to know what the stars even are. We have to have some relation in our mind. We have to have some sort of a definition within. And again, everybody's definition is unique, so I'm offering mine here now. So what is that light that the stars are reflecting? Let's go all the way back to the root. The original emanation, the original one light, comes through, fragmented as this reality. That one original light, that original emanation, is the all-virtuous light. It's all of the virtues as one light in completion. A lot of people know this as the light of compassion. That's why compassion is the golden rule, to reach an embodiment of that all-virtuous light. So then, what is anything but a reflection of that light, a fragment of it, a virtue? Everything, then, can be seen as a combination of these fragments, virtues dancing together. How we choose to embody them is up to us. It's up to free will. Do we want to embody them on this side of the scale or on this side of the scale? You know, in the active force or in the feminine force? We are in a reality of duality. So we're constantly having to maintain our awareness of this fluctuation and rise up with our free will to meet each moment, taking conscious action in service of whatever it is we're wanting to serve. And in my case, and I think in a lot of the cases of those who are listening, it's in service of that all-virtuous light. So if we see that all-virtuous light was fragmented into a system of virtues, we can see then that the stars are just another form of that reflection. So how do we reflect those stars? We can't help it. We already are. Our simply realizing that, defining these things and finding relativity, finding our place in it all, our connection, how the parts connect as a whole, creates the activation. It initiates the activation. The knowing is the sowing. When we make these connections, we literally form bridges in our brains. New neural pathways are formed based on our new understandings, our realizations. And as we move and act on them, we actualize their wisdom. So as we embody these virtuous frequencies, we begin to perform acts of virtue. And the more we embody different frequencies of the different virtues, the more they begin to be cultivated within us. The more they're awakened, because they're already there. But the more they're awakened within us, and the more we become the vessel for their conscious cooperation, for their harmonious synthesis. And then we can be an embodiment of that all-virtuous light. Only then can we be that. So what are the stars but a reflection of that original all-virtuous light? And how do we connect to them? By realizing we already are and getting the rest of the stuff out of the way. And in this realization, these new neural pathways are formed in the universal mind, reflecting by universal law in every other dimension, including this physical one. So we literally create bridges to the stars, within and without. And what's behind all of that is that we create a bridge from us to source. We connect to the original creative energies that make up all of life. So that awakening within, that activation you feel within, becomes an activation in a very physical way. So that's my explanation of what a starseed activation is. I'd love to hear how you relate, or if you want to add anything on to that description, please feel free to do so in the comments. If you missed the activation reading today, you can catch it on my wall. You can also catch it on youtube.com/RebeccaMagic. It's free. We do these 4 times a month. I'm not promoting myself when I say that. They're there for you. You know, I do personal readings, yes. If you're wishing to schedule an appointment and hear more about that, that's cool too. But why I'm sharing this information is because it's truly my mission to bring archetypal activation to the one, to the collective. And so these videos that we do 4 times a month are entirely free. They're live on Facebook, and then the recordings are uploaded to YouTube. So, you know, if you want to get more familiar with this idea of star seed activation, or just archetypal activation, because that's what the stars are. They're reflections of these archetypal lights, these virtues, which are archetypal. So if you want to receive more information about archetypal activation, or you want to initiate the process within yourself, getting in touch with your own archetypal alliance, then join us 4 times a month for free in these activation videos.
The thing I sent you?